A few years ago, I found myself in a frustrating cycle where bills would continually pile up without the means to pay them off. If you've experienced this situation, you know how stressful and challenging it can be. The good news is that I eventually managed to navigate my way out of this predicament, and you can too. In today's video, I'll share tips, tricks, and strategies to help you overcome this situation and improve your personal finances. Stay tuned. 1. Start by tracking your spending diligently. While it may seem repetitive advice, it remains crucial because it works, and many people overlook it. Make it a priority to account for every penny you spend. The fundamental aim of expense tracking is to identify and eliminate inefficient spending habits in your financial life. Moreover, maintaining financial control and fostering better financial habits like saving and investing stem from consistently monitoring your expenses. As Peter Drucker famously said, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. Firstly, analyze your spending categories to identify the most essential ones. Cutting back on these non-essential expenses is often a wise approach to saving money. 2. Establish a budget. Until recently, I couldn't comprehend why many people don't have a budget in place. The paperwork involved may seem daunting, but the effort is undoubtedly worthwhile. Instead of viewing budgeting as a chore, consider its numerous benefits. 3. Set limits on spontaneous spending. Making unplanned purchases can provide instant gratification, but that fleeting emotional high often leads to acquiring items you neither need nor truly want. If this sounds familiar, it's time for a change. Impulsive spending contradicts sound financial habits. Next time you're tempted to splurge at the mall, consider employing the 1% rule for discretionary spending. This rule suggests waiting a day before purchasing anything that exceeds 1% of your annual gross income. For example, if you earn $60,000 per year, wait a day before buying anything over $600. This guideline applies to non-essential purchases, prompting you to weigh the internal debate of, do I really need this? Versus, do I want this? 4. Save for significant purchases. Just because you see a captivating $4,000 advertisement for a stunning 90-inch 8K television doesn't mean you should immediately reach for your phone and credit card. That's not a wise move. Remember the 24-hour rule the guy from Practical Wisdom mentioned? Keep that in mind. Experts advise that if you truly desire that big TV, it's best to use funds from a dedicated savings account rather than resorting to a credit card loan. Very few people have a solid plan to repay such loans. Saving for a big or expensive purchase offers numerous benefits. Paying cash for a big-ticket item like a TV could deplete your funds, so it's wise to save up beforehand. Start saving specifically for that item to avoid disrupting your daily finances. 5. Reduce your monthly expenses. Trimming your monthly spending is a straightforward way to take charge of your finances. While fixed costs like rent or vehicle payments may be harder to reduce without significant lifestyle changes, you can adjust variable expenses such as clothing or entertainment by being adaptable and frugal. To start saving on items like energy bills, consider using less power, switching to a different life or home insurance provider, or taking advantage of bulk discounts when grocery shopping. Moreover, don't accept a loan solely based on your income and credit eligibility. Many individuals assume that if they qualify for a credit card or loan, they can afford it. 6. Opt for home-cooked meals. Eating meals prepared and enjoyed at home can be significantly more cost-effective than relying on takeout. While the occasional treat at a fancy restaurant is fine, transitioning to cooking at home or bringing packed lunches to work instead of dining out daily can lead to substantial savings. Creating a weekly meal plan can simplify the process. Outline your meals for the upcoming week and adhere to the plan. By bringing your lunches to work, you may be pleasantly surprised by the amount of money you can save. 7. Eliminate your debt. Carrying significant debt, particularly on high-interest credit cards, can be one of the most costly mistakes you make. To improve your financial outlook and unlock new opportunities, prioritize paying off your debt as soon as possible. Start by listing all your current debts, including credit card balances, student loans, and vehicle loans. Determine the minimum payments required to stay current on each debt. However, making only minimum payments won't expedite your debt repayment, so assess your fixed expenses and allocate as much of your discretionary spending budget as possible towards debt repayment. You can also explore options to reduce the interest rates on your debt, requesting a lower rate from your creditors, consolidating multiple loans into one, or transferring high-interest debt to a lower-interest credit card, like a balance transfer card, can help lower your overall interest costs. Then devise a debt repayment plan and adopt responsible spending habits to accelerate your debt payoff. The quicker you eliminate your debt, the more room you'll have in your monthly budget. 8. Invest time in reading finance books. There's truth to the saying that if you want to hide something, just put it in a book. Sadly, many people neglect reading altogether. Yet the information found in books, particularly those on finance, holds the potential to lead to success if given attention. Engaging in such an event can also shift your perspective on money. My aim is that this advice proves beneficial to you. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can stay ahead of your finances and potentially avoid financial woes altogether, leaving you with more financial freedom.